The peace deal signed between the United States and the Taliban doesn't seem to have improved the political deadlock in Afghanistan. In fact, the deal signed between the United States and the Taliban, as well as the one signed with the Afghan government, have come under the scanner and seems to have many discrepancies. On February 29, the United States signed two deals, one in Kabul with the Afghan government and one in Doha with the Taliban. While the peace deal signings gave the world hope of the war in Afghanistan finally coming to an end and peace prevailing in the war-torn country, now it seems like just these were optics. The only agenda of the signing, the United States wanting to get its troops out of the country. The deal signed by the United States with these two parties do not correspond, while the agreement with the Taliban says that 5,000 Taliban and 1,000 Afghan prisoners will be exchanged by March 10th. Immediately after the signing, Afghan President Ashraf Ghani made a statement stating that the Afghan government had made no such commitment to free the Taliban prisoners. Reacting to this contention, the Taliban took the position that they would not engage in dialogue with the Afghan government as per the agreement unless the Afghan government honored the commitment given by the United States in the signed deal. The stalemate on the issue has spurred a string of attacks on the Afghan security forces by the Taliban, in which at least 20 Afghan soldiers and policemen have been reported to have been killed. This happened shortly after US President Donald Trump stated that he had a very good chat with the political chief of the Taliban. The United States also launched an airstrike against the Taliban, which, according to a tweet by the spokesperson for the US forces, targeted the Taliban fighters attacking Afghan forces. The US has tried to downplay these occurrences and maintains that the Taliban are sticking to the agreement and the peace accord has not been compromised. The United States, in its agreement with the Taliban, also mentions lifting current US and United Nations sanctions and rewards a list of members of the Taliban. This agreement, too, has not been made with the Afghan government. President Ashraf Ghani made another statement asking the Taliban to break ties with Pakistan if they wanted the release of their prisoners. It is pertinent to point out that in the Kabul signing between US and the Afghan government, Ghani appreciated Pakistan for its facilitating role that culminated in the US-Taliban deal. Analysts believe that Ghani is playing spoiled sport because his inauguration as the president of Afghanistan after the general elections win is constantly being delayed on the request of the United States. Since winning the election in February, he has not been recognized as the president by the US and many of the other countries. The discrepancies in the two deals made by the United States with the Taliban and the Afghan government is now leading to escalating tensions in the country.